हाय, गुड मॉर्निंग, राम राम, राधे राधे, कृष्णा कृष्णा। चलो, तो फिर आज हम लोग स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन सीक्वेंस एंड सीरीज। तो सीक्वेंस एंड सीरीज इज आल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज ईच ईयर at least one question come in ZEE mains, and sometimes 2 to 3 question if they give comprehension in the ZEE advance. And also it is very important because its application, its properties, they are used in other portion of mathematics like calculus, when we will study coordinate geometry, trigonometry, etc, etc. So everything is interrelated. Sometimes this is the result of the sequence and series we use in other branches of mathematics. So let's start. We'll again do total 25 question, 20 which is going to be multiple choice and 5 is going to be integer type. Okay, let's go. So first question is on the board and it has been asked in JEE 2014 in the year, I think from 2013 to the ZEE, they rename it JEE as a mains. Before that it was known as AIEEE. Okay, so it is saying ki alpha and beta be the roots of the equation. This says alpha and beta be a roots of the equation. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, we can write down simply two results. First is going to be sum of root, that is alpha plus beta, and that is going to be minus of q by r, minus q by p, sorry. In place of a we have p. And similarly alpha beta is going to be c, that is r by p. These result, first if someone say ki alpha and beta are the two roots of the equation, first we can write down these two results just by looking at the equation. And it is saying ki p should be non-zero, because if p becomes 0 it is going to be a quadratic equation. If p q r in AP, if p q r in AP, so we can write down, if three terms are in AP, we can write down twice of q equals to p plus r. First thing, twice of q equals to p plus r, second result. And what about third is given? Third is given that 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta equals to 4. If 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, which is equals to 4, so if I take LCM and cross multiply, it is going to be alpha plus beta equals to 4 times alpha beta, 4 times alpha beta. Now what we do, we'll put the values. So we know कि alpha plus beta sum of the root, that is given as minus q by p equals to 4 times alpha beta, that is r upon p. So if p is non-zero, we can cancel p from both sides because p is non-zero. So from here value of q is going to be minus of 4r. We get the value of q, we get the value of q in terms of r, we get the value of q in terms of r. So if you get the value of q in terms of r, and from here we'll again use this equation. From this equation we can also derive one more result, that is going to be twice q means minus 8r, okay. On the right side we have p plus r, so equals to p plus r. So from here we can also find out the value of p in terms of r, that is going to be minus of 9r. Value of p in terms of r is going to be minus of 9r. Okay sir, what's next is we will find out the value. Now what has been asked, then the value of mod of alpha minus beta is also known as difference of the root, and we know the difference of the root, formula for difference of the root, that was square root of d upon mod of a, square root of d upon mod of a, where a is the coefficient of x square. Now try to put those values, we'll try to put those values. If we try to put those values, it is going to root over d means b square minus 4ac. In this case q square minus 4 times p into r divided by mod of a means mod of p. So as we know everything is, we have find it out in terms of r, so we'll put the value of p and q in terms of r. So value of p is going to be minus 9r, so its whole square is going to give us 9 9s are 81, sorry Q is 4. So 4 4s are 16. Then it is going to be 16 of R square minus 4, and value of P is negative. Value of P is negative, that is minus of 9R, and into R. Divide by what is the value of P? 9 minus 9R. So if I take its mod, it is going to be 9 times mod of R. Let's try to find out. So if I take R square common, it is going to be outside of the square root sign, so mod of R inside. So inside we'll have divided by mod of 9 times R. Inside we have 16 and minus minus plus. 16 plus 4 nines are 36. 4 nines are 36. And I think 16 plus 36 is going to be 6, 6, 12, 2, and 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 52. So it is a mod of R cancel, and it is going to be root over 52 divided by 9. And root over 52 is going to be 13 into 4, and square root of 4 is 2. So it is going to be 2 root 13 upon 9. 2 root 13 upon 9. So that is going to be the difference of the root, because difference of the root is always positive. So we'll see which option is correct. 2 root 13 upon 9, that is going to be option second. So option second is the correct answer. Is this clear? Okay. As we can see here, now this is the process. Whenever a quadratic question is given, first we need to try to find out sum of roots and product of roots. Okay. Let's see the second question which has been asked in AIEEE 2011. I think you have read it down. So 3 positive numbers form an increasing GP. If 3 positive numbers form an increasing GP, so in increasing GP, we know coefficient, common ratio is going to be greater than 1. First thing, for increasing, common ratio should be greater than 1. If the middle term in the GP is double, so if we have to assume 3 terms in GP, so I would assume AR and AR square. AR square are terms of a GP, they are terms of a GP. Okay. If the middle term is doubled, then we know it is in twice AR, doubled, and this GP, then the new numbers are in AP. So new numbers means AR square this side and they are in AP. If they are in AP, then we can write down the result twice of the middle term is going to be twice of the middle term, that is 4 times AR is going to be sum of n terms, that is a plus AR square. So sir, I think A is common, and it should be non-zero, because common is increasing. If first term is 0 of GP, then we can build another term. So we know A is going to be non-zero. If A is non-zero, we'll take common and cancel from each side. So it is going to be 4R equals to 1 plus R square. So I think it is a quadratic into R, that is common ratio, which we need to find out. So 1 plus R square, or R square plus 1 and plus minus 4R. If I bring 4R on that side, it is going to minus of 4R, which is equals to 0. So we need to find out the value of R. I think it is very simple by using quadratic formula. So by using quadratic formula, we can find out the value of R, that is going to minus of B. So minus of minus 4, that is going to be plus 4. Yes or no? Plus minus root over B square means minus 4 square, that is 16, minus 4 into 1. So I think it is 4. Okay. Divide by 2. A is 1. So from here we'll find out the value of R. That is going to be 4 plus minus root 12. Root 12 means 2 root 3. Square root of 12 is going to be 2 root 3 divided by 2. When I would divide it by 2, the answer are going to be 2 plus minus root 3. So which one is going to be correct, sir? No, we have two values. One is going to be 2 plus root 2 and another is going to be 2 minus root 3. 2 minus root 3. 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Sir, both answers are given. But initially I have said it is an increasing GP, and in any increasing GP the common ratio should be greater than 1. So you need to check which number is greater than 1? So I think second number, first number in this case, that is 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3, second option, that is going to be the correct answer. We'll reject this value. Why? Because it is less than 1, and if it is less than 1, then it isn't going to be an increasing GP, then it isn't going to be an increasing GP. Okay, is it clear? Okay, let's move to the another question. Next question. प्यार की एक कहानी, एक था लड़का एक थी लड़की दीवानी. Okay, so it has been asked in 2015 if m is the arithmetic mean of two distinct real numbers L and N. These numbers are not 1 and N, it is L and N. These are L and N, and both are greater than 1, and G1 G2. If m is the arithmetic mean of them, so first result I can write down ki m is going to be L plus N divided by 2, if m is the arithmetic mean of this. So first result we have this. Okay, I think it is clear. Okay, then sir, next, and it is saying ki G1 G2 G3 are three geometric means between L and N. So we have numbers L and N, and inside we have inserted three geometric mean, that is Z1, Z2 and Z3. Okay, okay sir. Next, what if they are geometric means, then I know that this complete sequence is going to be in GP, yes or no? And if these are GP, if these are GP in GP, then we know it should have a common ratio R. If I assume this common ratio R, then I know कि next term, first term is L, so next term is going to be G1 is going to be LR, and G2 is going to be LR square, answer G3 LR cube, answer N is going to be LR raised to 4. Okay, is it clear? So from here I can say the value of N is LR raised to 4, and then from here we can say R raised to 4 is going to be N by L. We'll get the one more result, that is R raised to 4 equals to N by L. Now we'll move to the question. In the question what has been asked, that is G1 raised to 4, G1 life raised to 4, G1 raised to 4 plus twice G2 raised to 4 plus G3 raised to 4 plus G3 raised to 4. Okay, we'll try to calculate. G1 means I think LR, G1 means LR. If I put it degree 4, then it is going to be L raised to 4 into R raised to 4, yes or no, plus 2 into G2, value of G2, that is LR square, and if I raise it to degree 4, then it is going to be L raised to 4, and R square raised to 4 means R raised to 8. Okay, so next G3 means similarly AR cube, and if I put it degree 4, then it is going to be L cube, L raised to 4 and R raised to 12. Okay, next, what sir? So I think we'll put the value of R raised to 4. R raised to 4 is N by L, R raised to 4 is N by L, then it is going to be L raised to 4 N into N by L plus 2 L raised to 4, and R raised to 8 is going to be its whole square, that is N square divided by L square. Okay, similarly here sir, L raised to 4, and it is going to be N cube divided by L cube. So if we simplify, I think you will write down L cancel, so L cube N plus twice L square N square plus again L cube will cancel with L N cube. So sir, I think something is common. What thing is common? Ln. So if I take Ln as a common, it is going to be L square plus twice Ln plus N square. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Next, what sir? So I think if I observe this term inside the bracket, it is the perfect square, something like a plus b per whole square, which is in this case L and N. I can observe it is L square plus twice Ln plus N square, so that is going to be L into N in bracket L plus N square. Sir, it seems like it is familiar, L plus N. Yeah, of course it will look like familiar, because already we have written down m equals to L plus N by 2. It means sir, L plus N is going to be twice m. So if I whole square twice n, then it is going to be 4. 2 whole square 4, and m square, m whole square m into ln. So we'll observe which option is correct. 4 m square l into n. I think the option second is the correct one because it matches each term. 4 l l n n m square m square. Is it clear? Is it clear? अरे शन्नू हाँ बोल दो जानी जाने जाना हाँ 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 हाँ. Okay, let's see, try to solve this question. So this question is based on miscellaneous series. In miscellaneous series, first thing we do, we try to find out its general term, its nth term, and then for sum of n terms, what we try to do, we try to use formula Sn is going to be summation of Tn. Same thing we'll do in this case. So first we'll try to write down its general term. So what nth term is going to be of this sequence? So as if I am observing in this sequence, first term is 1 cube, second term numerator 1 cube plus 2 cube, third 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, and so on. So in the nth term it is going to be, in the nth term it is going to be, wait a minute. Okay, so let's see this question. So we said we first find out its nth term. So its nth term I am observing in the numerator, it is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. So in the nth term is going to 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, and plus up to how many terms? We are talking about n terms, so it is going to be n cube. Similarly in the denominator, if I observe, it is the sum of odd terms up to how many terms? N terms. So in first term it is 1, in the second term it is 1 plus 3, in third term it is plus 5. So I am observing in the nth term it is going to be twice n minus 1. Put 3 to the 6 minus 1, we are getting 5. Similarly, so first we'll try to solve this. So in we know कि sum of cubes of n natural number is going to be n into n plus 1 divide by 2 whole square. Yes or no? This is the formula for sum of cubes of n natural number. Similarly, sir, what is going to be sum of this series? So this series I know they are in the AP na, arithmetic progression. So I know कि first term, how many terms are there? So if numerator has n term, denominator would also have n term. So it is going to be n by 2, and in bracket it is going to be twice a means 2 into 1, that is 2, plus n minus 1, and in place of d we have 2, in place of d we have 2. Now try to find out. So it is going to be n by 2, and in bracket 2 plus twice n minus 2. So I think minus 2 will cancel, and 2 cancel, so basically we will have n square. So it is going to be n square, sir. So if I solve this, it is going to be numerator n square divided by n plus 1 whole square divided by 4 times n square. So n square cancel, so this will be our nth term. So similarly for sum of n terms, what we would do, sir? So we know कि sum of n term, that is summation of Tn, that is the summation of Tn. Okay, so I think कि 1 by 4 will take out, and we need to find out sum of 9 terms. So it is going to be 1 by 4 common, and in summation that is n plus 1 whole square. So in place of n we will put 1, no, we will put 1 to 9. So I think it is going to be 1 by 4, and if I put from 1, so it is 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, and so on. If in the last we will put 9, so it is going to be 10 square. So if you need to find out sum of this sequence, if I somehow I can add plus 1 whole square, sir, then it is going to sum of 10 natural numbers. Okay, so what I would do, I would put 1 square, and then I would subtract 1 square. So our result is going to be 1 by 4, and in the bracket we will have sum of squares of 10 natural numbers, that are going to be sum of squares of natural number, n natural number, what was the formula? That was n plus 1 into twice n plus 1 divided by 6. So in place of n we'll put in this case 10. So it is going to be n means 10, n plus 1 means 10 plus 1, that is 11, into 2 n plus 1, 20 plus 1, that is 21, divided by 6 and minus 1. Is this clear? Okay. Next sir, next we'll divide 6, 3 2s are 6 and 3 7s are 21. So again we'll divide, so it is going to be 5. So we'll have 1 by 4 into in bracket 5 into 7, 35 into 11 minus 1 into 11 minus 1. And if you multiply 35 into 11, so 35 into 11 is going to be 11 5s are 55. So it is going to be 55 5 and 5 carry, 11 3s are 33 and 33 plus 5 is going to be 38 minus 1. So it is going to be 384 divided by 4. So if I divide it by 4, so it is going to be 3 6 are 3 9s are 36 and 24. So 4 6 are 34. So I think answer is going to be 96. Answer is going to be 96. So tell me which option is 96? Yes sir, that is second option. So second option is going to be the correct answer. Is that clear? Okay, let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Okay. I think this one is an easy one. You can pause the video and try to do all by yourself, and if you get the answer, congratulations, you have made it through. Okay sir. Okay, let's try. So if I say if the second, fifth and ninth terms of a non-constant AP, and if it is non-constant AP means we have already discussed in the classroom. Non-constant AP means D should be non-zero. D should be non-zero first thing. D is non-zero, and it is saying ki second, fifth and ninth term. Second term of AP is going to be second term of AP, fifth term of AP, and ninth term of AP are in GP. And if they are in the GP, we can say three terms are in GP, means B square equals to A into C. It means fifth term square is going to be equals to second term multiplied by ninth term. So if fifth term of AP is going to be, if assume let first term be A and common difference be D, so fifth term of the AP is going to be A plus 4D, A plus 4D whole square, and the second term is going to be A plus D, second term of AP A plus D, and ninth term is going to be A plus 8 times D. Are yes or no? Okay. Then the common ratio of this GP. So basically we need to find out common ratio, and common ratio of this GP is going to be common ratio is going to be fifth term divided by second term, or ninth term divided by fifth term. Okay, let's first we try to solve this problem. So if we try to solve this problem, it's whole square, so it is going to be A square plus 4 square, that is 16 times D square, and plus twice AB means 4 to the 8 times AD, 4 to the 8 times AD. Okay sir, next what? Next we'll multiply A into A, that is A square. Okay, and next let's see, it is going to, when A is multiplied with the 8D, it is going to be 8 times AD, and when A is multiplied with D, it is going to be AD. So basically we will get how many AD? First we will get 8 AD, and second time we get 1 AD. So their sum is going to be 9 times AD. Their sum is going to be plus 9 times AD, and D plus into 8D is going to be 8D square. Yes or no? Okay, so next, so I think A square it will cancel itself, and we would have left with the terms AD and D square. So when 8D square will bring this term on the left hand side, so it is going to be 8 of D square, 16D square minus 8D square minus AD, which is equals to 0. So I think D is going to be common, and from here 8D minus A equals to 0. So from this we have two results. First, D is going to be 0 and second value of A is going to be 8 times D. Value of A is going to be 8 times D. Since it is a non-constant GP, then we already know D can't be 0. D can't be 0. So this value is going to be rejected and value of A becomes 8 times D. So it is common ratio is going to be fifth term divided by the second term. So fifth term of AP is going to be A plus 4 times D divided by A plus D. So to get this ratio, we should either convert A terms of D, A in terms of D, or D in terms of A. So I think which one is going to be easy? Sir, converting A in terms of D is going to be easy because value of A is 8 times D. So we'll get always in integer. So let's put the values. So it is going to be 8D plus 4D, that is 12D, divided by 8 plus D, that is 9D. So D cancel, 12 by 9 will get divided by 3. So 3 4s are 12 and 3 3s are 9. So sir, ratio is going to be 4 ratio 3. So ratio is going to be 4 ratio 3. So answer, which option is the correct one? 4 by 3, which is the answer 1. Which is the answer 1. This question has been asked in JW 2016. Is this clear? So yes or no? Yes, sir. Okay, so let's move to the another question. Okay, which has been asked into 2019. So 3 years recently. So we generally consider 3 years as a recent examinations. uh, COVID time question. Okay, if the sum of the first 10 terms of the series, again something like this comes, and this is written as mixed fractions. Okay, first let us simplify. So if I write down this as a 5 into 1 plus 3, that is 8 by 5 whole square. Yes or no? Okay, sir. Second term similarly, uh, 5 2 is 10, 10 plus 2, 12 by 5 whole square. And sir, similarly next term, so next term is 5 3 is 15 plus 1, that is 16 by 5 whole square. Okay sir, now look like it is becoming a pattern. Yeah, sure. How? So we can divide by 5, so it can be written as 20 by 5 whole square. Yes or no? And similarly rest of the other terms also. So sir, if after seeing this I feel like if something is common. So what does feel like common? First thing, if you observe in denominator, 5 is in every denominator, and even in the numerator they are multiple of 4. So I can take common of 4 by 5 whole square. So when I take it common 4 by 5 whole square, sir, here it is going to be 2 square. Yes or no? And here 4 3s are, so it is going to be 3 square. Similarly 4 4s are 4 square, and so on up to how many terms are there. So we need to find out sum of first 10 terms. So up 10 terms, if we are talking about 10 terms and we are starting from 2, so 10th term is going to be 11 square. 10 term is going to be 11 square. Again we have solved the similar kind of problems earlier, where this is sum of squares of natural numbers which is starting from 2, but we know, sir, we know formula if it was starting from 1. So I would say we should start it from 1 and then subtract 1, so we'll get the same result. Okay sir, then this is going to be form of the formula. So I would write down 4 square, that is 16, and 20 divided by 25, and in bracket basically we'll get 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to 11 terms. How many terms would have? 11. So it is going to be n means 11 into n plus 1 means 11 plus 1 12 into 11 to the 22 plus 1, that is 23, and n plus 1 twice n plus 1 divided by 6 minus 1. Okay, next I think it is 6 to the 12. So 11 into 22, that is 22 into 23. So 23 into 22, 22 3 is a 66 6, and 22 2 is a 44 plus 6, that is 50. So 506 minus 1, that is going to be 505. So it is going to be 16 upon 25 into 505. So if I divide by 5, so it is going to be 101. Uh, so 16 by 5 into 101. So I think if we compare with this result, this result, then value of m is going to be 101. Value of m is going to be 101. So 101 is going to be which option? That is first option. First option is 101. Yes or no? Okay. Let's do the other question. Let's do the other question. Okay. I think I'm not blocking the view. Okay. So how's everything going on? Everything is fine, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. I think everyone would be fine. Doing well. Doing well. Okay, sir. Let's move to the question. It has been asked in ZW 2017 for any three positive real numbers ABC. ABC are any three positive numbers, and this has been given, and they have been asked ABC are in AP, GP or HP. What AP, GP? Okay. So when this kind of question comes and only one result is given, then I would know if we solve that equation. I said when we travel, no, when we learn quadratic equation, when also we study fundamental mathematics or basic mathematics, then we also learn from one equation if more than two result needed to find out. So most of the time it is going to be almost every time it is going to be converted into sum of squares, and which is going to be equals to 0, and we'll use that result. Okay, so first we'll try to write down. So if I simplify, it is going to be 9 into 25 a square. So 9 into 25 a square means 225, and 225 a square means I can write down this as a 15 a whole square. Yes or no? Okay. Next, 9 into b square will convert, write down this as a 3b whole square. 3b whole square. Okay, sir. Next what, sir? Next is plus 25 c square means 5 times c square. Okay. Next, what? 25 in minus 3. So if I observe something like this, it is going to be a and c. So 15 into 5. So I can write down, can I write down the same thing as a 15 of a uh, into 5c? Yes or no? We'll get the same result. 25 3s are 75, and 15 5s are, that is also 75. Similarly, if I bring this term this side, we have b and c, it is going to be negative. So 15 3s are, and b is 3b, so we write down 3b into 15 times a. Okay, and then minus of, sir, minus of b is 3 into 3b into value of c is going to be 15. So we should write down, no, only 5c. Okay, not 15, not 15. Okay, because total it should be 15. Okay, sir. Now equals to 0. Next what? So I think it becomes a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca formula. And we know what was the formula. If we have a square, it feel like it is a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. So in this, the formula was, it was going to be equals to 1 by half 1 by 2 a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square. Yes or no? Now this was the result. Okay, we'll again use this formula. So in this place of a we have 15 of a, so it is going to 1 by 2 15 of a, 15 of a minus b means 3b whole square. Okay, then plus 3b minus 5c whole square, 3b minus 5c whole square. Next, so next it is going to be 5c minus 15 of a whole square. Okay, and right side is 0, right side is 0. if we multiply by 2, I don't think it will affect in any answer, it should be 0. But sir, as I am seeing, each term is a square, each term is a square, and a square, sir, you already have told it is always non-negative. It is always non-negative means it is always going to be positive or 0. Is it always going to be positive or 0? So just think about it. If you have more than one squares and we are adding them, we are adding more than one, basically three non-negative numbers, and their sum is going to be 0. Their sum is going to be 0. It is when it is possible. So sir, it is only possible when each of them is going to be 0. Each of them is going to be individually 0. So when I make it 0, so it is going to be 15 of a, 15 of a is going to be equals to 3b, and 3b equals to 5c, and 3b equals to 5c. Next, sir. So I think to find out their ratio, so if I divide all of them by 15, then it would be okay, we'll get the same result. So if I divide by 15, it is going to be a equals to b by 5 and equals to c by 3. Yes or no? And if more than one ratio are equal, we'll equate them equals to k. So value of a is going to be k, and value of b is going to be 5k, and value of c is going to be 3k. So I think we are feeling like it is in AP. It is in AP, and which are AP? AC then B. AC, B in AP. ACB or CBA. ACB, ACB or BCA. CBA. CBA are in AP. ABC. Nope. BCA. BCA. So I think option 1 is going to be the correct answer. Option 1 is going to be the correct answer, because largest is 1, BCA or ACB. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so let's move to the other question if it is clear. Okay, so this question has been asked in 2018. It is saying, okay, we have some numbers, we are assuming they are in AP, and this result is given, so that 416, and these two are also given 66. If equals to 140 m, then m is equals to, okay, so first we'll try to open it. If I put k equals to 0, it is going to be, if I put k equals to 0, it is going to be k becomes 0, I think it is going to be a1 plus. If I put k equals to 1, it is going to be a5 and a9 and so on, and in the last when I put a equals to 12, it is going to be a49, and which is equals to 416, which is equals to 416. So if I observe, they are in the, they are terms of AP. If they are terms of an AP, so first term is going to be a, and the fifth term a plus 4d. If common difference of that AP is going to be d, and ninth term is going to be similarly a plus 8 times d, and so on. As a 49th term is going to be a plus 48d. Now we'll find out its sum. So if I observe their common difference, common difference is going to be the 4d, and first term is a. How many terms are there? I think there are total 13th term, because from k equals to 0 to 12 will have how many terms? 13 terms. So their sum is going to be 13 by 2, and in bracket first term, that is a, and last term, that is going to be a plus 48d, and they are equals to 416. Okay, sir. Okay, so it is going to be 13 by 2, and in bracket we'll have twice a plus 48d, next what, sir? Equals to 416. So we'll simplify. So can it can we divide it by 13? Let's 13 3s are 3s are 39, and 26, 13 2s are 6. I think it is real by 13. So 13 3s are 39, and 13 2s are 26. Okay, so 2 I will cancel, so it is going to be a plus 2 2s are 4 and 2 4s are 8. A plus 24D is going to be, well, 32. We'll get one answer. We'll get one result into A and D. Sir, can we, if I get one more somehow, then we'll find out the value of D. How? No. So for that, this is given A9 plus A43. So sir, A9 is going to be, value of A9 is going to be A plus 8 times D, and A49, A43, 43, third term of the AP is going to be A plus 42D, A plus 42D, and its value is given as 66. Its value is going to be 66. Now we'll add. So it is going to be twice A, and 42 plus 8 is going to be 50 times D, which is going to be 66. If I take 2 common and divide, it is going to be A plus 25 times D equals to 33, equals to 33. So from here, if I subtract, so from this equation to this equation, from this equation to this equation, so A minus A0 and 25 minus 24 is going to be D, and which is equals to 32 minus 33. So D, value of D is going to be 1. Value of D becomes 1. The common difference of the AP is 1, and if the common difference of AP is 1, the first term, sir, first term is going to be A plus 24 equals to 32. So from here, value of A is going to be 32 minus 24. So it is going to be 8. So first term of the AP becomes 8. Okay. So we need to find out sum of the first term up to 17th term. 17th term. So if I put A equals to 1, A1 means, A1 square means, A1 square means 8 square plus 9 square plus 10 square and up to 17th term. So 17th term is going to be A plus 16D, and A means 8 and 16 means 16 into 1 16. So it is going to be 8 16 24 square. So how can we solve our problem? So we will basically add all the previous term 1 square, and then we'll subtract those terms. So how many terms are going to be? So subtraction, it is going to be 1 square plus 2 square up to 7 square. Now we had it plus sum of 7 natural numbers, sum of squares of 7 natural numbers. Okay. So sir, I think this is going to be how many terms? 24 terms, and sum of 24 terms are going to be, sum of 24 natural terms are going to be n, that is 24, n plus 1 25 into 24 to the 48 plus 1 49 divided by 6, divided by 6, and minus of and sum of 7 natural number means 7, and 7 plus 1 8, and 7 to the 14 plus 1, that is 15 divided by 6. Okay, next. So I think next we'll divide. So 6 4 is 64, and 6 5s 6, 3 2 is 6, and 3 5s are 25 into 4. So 4 into 5, that is 20, into 7, that is 140 minus 140, and this is going to be 24 into 25 into 400, so it is going to 4900. Okay, minus 140. So if I subtract, we'll find out 140 times n, 140 times n. Okay, so if I subtract this, so it is going to be 0 and 10 6, and 8 minus 1, that is 7, and 4. Okay, I need to write down it into the 140 m. So if it is equals to 140 m, then value of m is going to be 4760 divided by 140. So I think it is going to be 0, and 2 2s are 4, and 2 3s are 6, 2 2 8s are 16 divided by 7, 7 3s are 21, and 7 4s are 28. So I think the value of m is going to be 34. Value of m is going to be the 34. So which option is the correct one? That option 3 is going to be the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the other question. Okay, let's move to this question. Let A and B be the sum of first 20 terms and B the sum of first 40 terms. Now first we'll find out A. So A is going to be sum of 20 terms. So 20 terms of this series is going to be 1 square plus 2 into 2 square plus 3 square and so on up to 20 terms. That is 2 into 20 square, because every even numbers we can observe it is multiplied by 2. So sir, we know ki sum of n is sum of squares of n terms, but it's this series, how can we find out? Now we can find out very easily. How? So I would write down this as a 1 square, which we know, plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square up to how many terms? 20 term, that is 20 square. Then sir, what? Then as I can see, each square of even terms is multiplied by 2. Multiply by 2, so it should be written 2 times. So 1 times we already have written down. So next time again we'll write down, that is 2 square plus 4 square plus 6 square and so on up to 20 square plus 20 square. Then what, sir? No, again. Now what? We'll use the formula sum of first 20 terms. So that is going to be 20 n plus 1 means 21, 20 plus 1 21 into it is going to be into twice a means 20 into 2, that is 40 plus 1, that is 41 divided by 6, 41 divided by 6. Okay sir, plus, so if I observe, I can take 2 square common. If I take 2 square common, listen, focus here. If I take 2 square common, it is going to be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square up to 10 square. So how many terms are there going to be there, sir? So there are going to be how many terms? 10 terms. So if I have taken 2 square from each term, that is 4 common, so it is going to be 1 square, 2 square, 3 square up to 10 square. So it becomes sum of squares of 10 natural numbers, that is going to be 10. 10 plus 1 n plus 1, 10 plus 1, that is 11 into twice n means 2 into 10, that is 20 plus 1, 21 divided by 6. Yes or no? Next sir, next what we'll do? No, we'll do fine. So 6 will count it by 3, na? Cancel it by 3, 3 2 the 6 and 3 7 the 21. Next sir, I think we'll cancel it by 2. So it is going to be 7 into 41 into 10. So 7 is multiplied by 7, so 7 and 7 for the 28 and multiply by 10 means no, nearby 10 again plus. So 6 3 to the 6 and 3 7 the, and again I think we'll divide it by 2. So it is going to be 2 2 7 the 14 and 14 into 11. 14 into 11, I think it is very simple. 11 for the 44 4 and 11 1 the 11 154 and into 10, that is going to be 1540. And if we add them, no, if we add them, actually we need to find out twice a. If we add them, value of a is going to be 0 and 4 plus 7 11, 5 plus 8 13 and 13 plus 1 14, 1 carry 2 plus 1 3 4. Okay, so twice a, value of twice a, because 2a will need in the equation. So 2a is going to be 8820, 8820, which is very important. Okay, twice a. Next sir, b. B is the sum of first 40 term of the sequence, no? B is the sum of 40 terms. So if B is the sum of 40 terms, we'll use the same method. We'll write down first is a 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to how many terms? 40 square, 40 terms, no? That is 40 square. Next sir, next we'll have all even numbers 2 times. So again I would write down 2 square plus 4 square. This time sir, how, no, at what it will go? It is going to be up to 40 square. Okay, next sir, so this is the sum of squares of first 40 natural numbers, sum of squares of term first 40 natural numbers. So that is going to be n means 40, n plus 1 means 40 plus 1 41 into twice n plus 1, that is 40 to the 80 and 80 plus 1, that is 81 divided by 6. Okay, next sir, plus again I will take 2 square common means 4 and into it is going to be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to 20 square. It is in sum of how many sum of squares of how many natural numbers? 20 natural numbers. So it is going to be 20, 21 and into 41. You can think now, n 20, n plus 1 21, and twice n plus 1, that is 41. Divide by 6. So if I divide by 6, so first 3 2s are 6 and 3 27 are 81 and 2 20 times. Okay sir, next what? Next I think he will divide again this 3 7 the and 2 is going to be divided by 2. So what can we do? I think 41 is common in both, so I would take 41 common in both. So it is going to be 20 into 27 and 27 to the 2 7 the 14 54. So it is going to 54 and into 10, that is 0. Okay, next I think if you have come in 41, so it is going to be 7 into 2, that is 14 to the 28, so 280. Okay, so if I add them, it is going to be 8 plus 4, that is 2 12, and 4 plus 2 7 plus 1 8 into 41 into 41. So if I multiply 820 by 41, so it is going to be 0 2 8 0 8 32. So I think answer is going to be 0 2 8 8 16 and 3 3 6. So value of b is going to be 3 3 6 2 0. And if I write down twice a, similarly here value of twice a, so it is going to be 8820, 8820. So if I subtract, it is going to be 0 0 and 16 minus 8 8, and it is going to be 12. So I think it is 4 2. So it is going to 240 into 248 into 100. So I think if it is 100 times lambda, so value of lambda is going to be 248. Value of lambda is going to be 248. These kind of questions calculation might be lengthy, but if you go properly, write down each step neat and clean, you will definitely get the answer. Is that clear, sir? Okay, so let's move to the other questions. So let's see question. Okay, it is saying कि A, B, C are three distinct real numbers in GP. If A, B, C are three distinct real numbers in GP, then we should assume them A, AR and AR square. Okay, so I would assume A as A, B as AR and C as AR square if they are in GP. Okay, is it clear? So, and this result is given, and this result is given, and this result is given. Okay, so we put A means A plus B means AR and C means AR square, and again B means A into R. So I think if they are distinct real numbers, so they can't be 0, and if they can't be 0, value of A becomes non-zero. And if A is non-zero, we can take common and we can cancel it from the both side. If I cancel it from the both side, it is going to be 1 plus R square equals to x times R. Okay, next what? So I will bring every term on the one side. This is going to be R square, and if I take common R, it is going to be 1 minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Sir, how does this mean? So we know कि R should be a real number, because if they are in GP, then R should be a real number. If R should be a real number, it means a discriminant of this quadratic equation, it should be greater or equals to 0. Discriminant of this quadratic equation is going to be greater or equals to 0. And if it's saying कि x cannot be equals to, it means कि will for cannot be equals to, we'll see the result is going to be its reciprocal. Okay, so value of d, sir, d is going to b square, that is 1 minus x whole square minus 4 into 1 into 1 greater or equals to 0. Next, sir, we'll open. So it is into x square minus of twice x, and we'll see plus 1 and minus 4. So answer is into minus 3 greater or equals to 0. So this becomes an inequality, quadratic inequality in terms of x. How can we solve this inequality? How can we solve this inequality? So sir, we can solve this inequality by factorization. By factorization and using Weyerker method. By factorization and using Weyerker method. Okay, sir. So if I factorize, we need to think about two numbers which product gives us minus 3 and addition gives minus 2. So sir, those two numbers are going to be minus 3 and plus 1. So those two numbers are going to be minus 3. So x minus 3 into x plus 1. So from here, sir, we can say कि x should be either less than minus 1 or greater than 3, greater or equals to 3. But sir, it has been asked x cannot be equals to. So if x is uh, in between minus 1 to 3, we'll say it now. Is this x less than minus 1? Yes, sir. Is this x greater than 3? Yes, sir. Is this x less than minus 1? So I think this is also correct. So x cannot be equals to 2. It cannot be equals to 2. So first answer is going to be the correct answer. First answer is going to be the correct answer. Okay. Chalo. Let's move to the question number 11. Okay, this has been in 2000. The sum of an infinite geometric series with the positive terms. So if sum of infinite geometric series with the positive term means sum of infinite terms, no, it happens a upon 1 minus r, and it has been said that is 3. Okay, and second case, in the second case, it is saying ki sum of the cubes of itself. If I cube it, means a is going to be a cube and r is going to be r cube. Then its value is going to be 27 by 19. 27 by 19. Okay, sir, next how we do? So we need to find out common ratio. So it means to find out common ratio, we should eliminate a. So how can we eliminate a? We'll find out the value of a from this equation in terms of r, and we'll put here. So value of a in terms of r is going to be 3 times 1 minus r, and if I make it cube, it is on 27 times 1 minus r cube. Okay, divide by 1 minus r cube, will use formula a cube minus b cube, that is going to be 1 minus r into 1 minus plus r square equals to 27 by 19. So 27 it should cancel out, of course it will cancel out, and r can't be equals to 1 because r is a infinite series, and infinite series r should be less than 1. So it means it would be non-zero. I will cancel, so it is going to be 2. So next I will multiply, so it becomes 19 times 1 minus r square, r whole square, and that is going to be 1 plus r square. Okay, so basically we'll solve this problem. Now we'll try to solve this problem by factorization, and I think you will get the answer. So we'll get two answer because r is a quadratic, and we'll use result in which r should be less than 1 because it is talking about infinite sequence. In infinite GP, r should be less than 1. R should be less than 1. I think you can try, or we should move to the next question. Okay, if the 19th term of non-zero AP is 0, 19th term of a non-zero AP, again d should be non-zero, is 0. If 19th term, it means ki T19 it is 0. So 19th term of an AP is going to be a plus 19 minus 1, that is 18 times the d, and it is equals to 0. It means ki value of a in terms of d is going to be minus 18d. Okay, in ratio questions basically we need to find out one terms in terms of other, and we should use only we would write down a in terms of d not in terms of a. Why? Because it should be simple term, otherwise it will be minus 1 upon 18. Okay, sir, then its ratio ratio has been asked of t of 49th term with the 29th term. So 49th term is going to be a plus 48 times d, a plus n minus 1 into divide by a plus 29th term d is 28d, I think we'll put the value a in terms of d. So it is going to be minus 18 times d plus 48d divide by minus 18d plus 28d. So if we will add them, 48 minus 18 is going to be 30. 30 times d divided by 10d. So I think dd cancel and we'll get 3 by 1, which is 3 ratio 1, which is 3 ratio 1. So option 4 is going to be the correct answer. So option 4 is going to be the correct answer. Let's move to the other question. Okay. It has been asked again, JW 2019, the COVID, the great COVID era when the Chinese spread this virus. I don't know. No, just people say China is the one who did this. Let's see. The product of three consecutive terms of a GP. Whenever product of terms of GP is given, it means that we should assume them into. We should assume them into. We should assume three consecutive terms of GP. If their product is given, we should assume them as a 1 by R, A 1 by AR, A by R, A and AR. Because if I multiply, then R is going to be cancelled. Now R is going to be cancelled. We'll get the value of it. 512. So the product. So if I multiply them, we'll get AQ, which is 512. And if AQ is 512, then we'll get value of A as 8. A की वैल्यू कितनी आ जाएगी 8. Okay. And if 4 is added to each of the first and the second term of these term. So if I add 4 to first term, that is going to be a plus a by r plus 4, and second term is a plus 4, and last term is going to be a r. Okay. The three terms now form an AP. So they will be in AP. If they are in AP, so I know twice of the middle term, that is going to be 2a. I think we know value of a. A is 8. 8 plus 4 is going to be 12. So 2 into 12, it is going to be 8 upon r plus 4 and plus 8r. Okay, sir. Now, so I think we will move this 4 this side, and 12 to the 24. 24 minus 4, that is going to be 20, equals to 8. Will take common r 1 by r plus r. Okay, next. So I think we'll cancel it by 4. 4 5s are 20 and 4 2s are. So 5r, and it is going to be equals to 2 plus twice r square. Okay, move everything one side. So it is on twice r square minus 5 times r plus 2 equals to 0. Plus 2 equals to 0. So from here, so we need to think about two numbers which product gives plus 4 and addition gives minus 5. Those two numbers are going to be minus 4 and minus 1. So it is on twice r square minus 2 4r minus r plus 2 equals to 0. So if we factorize, we'll take common twice r. If I take common twice r, it is going to be r minus 2, and from here minus 1 r minus 2. So those two factors are going to be r minus 2 into twice r minus 1, twice r minus 1. From here we'll get the value of r as 2 and 1 by 2. Both are the correct answer, whatever you put. So if I put r equals to 2, if I put r equals to 2, so my first term is going to be 8 by 2, and second term is going to be 8, and third term is going to be 8 to the 16. So 4 plus 8 plus 16. If the sum of the original three terms of the given AP is going to be 4 plus 16 is going to 20, and 20 plus 18 is going to be 20 plus 18 is going to be 38. चौबीस में से 4 तो 8 का मूल्य 2 5 और 3 by 2 4 8 12 और 8 2 16 16 4 20 10 28, तो आई थिंक माइट बी सम ऑप्शन इश्यू, उसको 38 कर लेना है, ऐसा कुछ होगा. ओके, सम ऑफ द ओरिजिनल 3 टर्म्स ऑफ द गिवन AP. Okay, let's move to the other question. If the sum and product of the first 3 term of AP is 33 and sum and 33 and 11 15 so again we need to find out 3 terms in AP. So one problem, one mistake sometimes what do we do, we will put the value of A 8 and the first term is going to be A by R. This should again if we assume terms in that fashion, A by R, AR, or in case of AP, A minus D, A and AD, A plus D, then we should take first term as A minus D. So similarly in this case we would assume those 3 terms, first 3 term A minus D, A and A plus D, and if their sum is 33, so if I add them, DD will cancel, we'll get 3A and its value is 33, so we'll get value of A as 11, and so I think their product means A into A plus D into A minus D, that is going to be A square minus D square, that is 1155. So value of A is 11, so A square means 121 minus D square is going to, I would divide it by 11, so I think the value of D square is going to be 121 minus 105, so it is going to be 16 and value of D is going to be plus minus 4, value of D is going to be plus minus 4. Sir, which one we should take? We should take both. First sometime what do student they only take plus 4 and they don't consider minus 4, so because they don't consider minus 4 they don't get the answers. So if you want to be that child, so in examination sometimes because D is going to be plus minus 4, it doesn't matter, then the value of its 11th term. So first thing, if I put D equals to 4 and A equals to 11, so first term is going to be from this, first term is going to be A minus D. Sometimes what do student take 11, so that is going to be the wrong answer. 11 minus 4 is going to be 7, and in this case sir, it is going to be A means 11, and if I do minus D means minus 4 plus 4, so in this case A is going to 15, and it has been asked 11th term. So sir, 11th term is going to be A plus 10D. We will put the value. A means 7 and 10 means 40. 40 into D means 4, 10 into 4. So answer from this 47. Does 47 is the answer? No. So again we will try to do the same thing, T11. So again A plus 10D, and we will put the again the value. A means 15 and minus 4 into 10, that is minus 14. So 14 minus 15 is going to be minus 25. So is minus 25 any option? I think it is. Now, option 3 is going to be the correct answer. Option 3 is going to be the correct answer. Okay, is this clear or not? Okay, let's move to the another question. 3 is the test positive integer k for is a factor. I think this is the easiest one. We are seeing this sequence is in GP. If their sequence is in GP, we can find out its sum of terms. How many terms are there, sir? If I observe the degree of 49 is 0, in this case 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 125, it means the total number of terms that is going to be 126, क्योंकि 0 से start कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. Okay, then sum of 126 term of this GP is going to be A in this case 1. Our common ratio is 49 now raised to 126 minus 1 divided by 49 minus 1. So if I write down it A square minus B square, so 120 to 63, so 49 raised to 63 minus 1 into 49 raised to 63 plus 1 divided by 48. So what has been asked if which for which this is a factor, and we need to find out greatest. So I think greatest is going to be this number. Greatest is going to be this number. That number is going to be 63. That number is going to be 63. Greatest greatest value of that number is going to be 63. This has been asked last before 2 years. तो आई थिंक दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन आर इजी. चलो तुमको क्या लगता है? हाँ, ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. तो वेन एवर ना स्टूडेंट सी दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट टाइम, so they get confused because they try to make this should follow some series, but when they observe they can't find out this is following series. So sometimes what you need to do, what we need to do, कि sometime in the questions to confuse student, to confuse, because at that time anxiety level is high, pressure is high, so we mix simple things. So what so if sometimes you can figure out what kind of sequence it is, as we are observing the numbers are not multiplicative increasing, it means ki it should be in AP, it should be in AP. But sir, I can say I can see ki it is forming an AP. Yeah, of course. So sometime what they do, they mix more than one APs. As we can observe, the first term is 3 4, so we'll see 3 8, we take 3 and 8 and then 13 and then 18. So is it making an AP? Yes or no? Try to think. And similarly 4 plus 9 and 9 plus 14 and 19. So I think we'll write down them as a 3 plus 8 plus 13 as one AP and 4 plus 9 plus 3 plus 8 plus 4 plus 9 plus 14 and 19 and so on. That is another AP. If we need to find out sum of 40 terms of this sequence, sum of 40 terms of this sequence, and we are observing each other sequence is alternate. If you are talking about 40 terms, it means ki half of the 40 is going to be first sequence and half of the 40 is going to be the second sequence. So half of the 40 of the first sequence is going to be 20 terms, the 20 terms, and similarly the second half the sequence is going to be also 20 terms. So we need to find out its sum of the 20 terms and it's also sum of the 20 terms. Okay, let's find out the sum of first 20 term of the sequence. So it's sum of the 20 terms, it is going to be first 20 by 2 10, 20 by 2 that is 10, n by 2 into twice a means 2 into 3 that is 6 plus n minus 1 means 20 minus 1 19, and what is the common ratio, that is d 5. Okay sir, next what, again we'll add this sequence. So again sir, it also have 20 terms, so it will also be 20 by 2, and in bracket twice a means 2 into first term that is 4, so that is 8 plus n minus 1 sir, 20 minus 1 that is 19, and again sir common ratio in this is also 5, 9 into 5. Okay, if I divide by 2, I think it is going to be 10, so I can take 10 common. So if I take 10 common, it is going to be 6 plus 8 that is 14, 14, their addition 14 plus, and I think 5 would be common. So 5 19 if I take 5 plus 5 10, so it is going to be 19 into 10 that is 190. So if I add them, we'll get 4, and 9 plus 1 10 0 204 into 10, so 2040, and it is saying it is in 10m or 2m. So if I divide it by 102, so I think 0 or 2s, so it is going to be 20, it is going to be 20. So value of m is going to be 20, which is the third option, is this clear? Okay, let's move to the another question. If the sum of first term of an AP is 3 and the sum of first 25 term is equal to the sum of next 25 terms, so sometimes what student they say ki sum of first 25 term, I can say but it is then sum of next 15 term. So next 15 term, in case of next 15 terms, what you do कि first we write down 15 terms, 25 terms पहले किया, and after then 15 terms, after that 15 terms, ये समझ में आया? ठीक है. So when the sum of the first term of an AP is 3, so value of A दिया, that is 3, A is given, that is 3, and the sum of first 25 term is equals to the sum of first 25 term that is equals to sum of next 15 term. तो बेटा नेक्स्ट 15 टर्म क्या हो जाएगा, ए वाले. तो अगर स्टार्ट से कंपेयर करोगे तो टोटल कितने टर्म्स हो जाएंगे 35. तो मैं इसके लिए no, so 25 plus 15 40. So for this what can we do? We can find out sum of first 40 terms, sum of first 40 terms, and I would subtract, no, I would subtract sum of first 25 term, then we'll get sum of 15 term. So as 40 minus as 25. Okay sir. So sir, from here we can say sum of 25 terms double is going to be sum of 40 terms. So we'll get one relation, and A is already given. So I think we can find out D, a common difference of this AP. So we'll just put in the formula, we'll just put the formula and calculate the value of D. I think you can do it. Okay, question number 18. So question number 18 is, if the sum of the second, third and fourth term of a positive terms GP is 3 and the sum of its 6th, 7th and 8th term is 243, then the sum of its first 50 terms of this GP. I think we two equation we will make, and two equation and two variables A and R. Will assume common ratio of the GP is going to be R, and first term is going to be A. So two equation and two variables, we can find out the value of A and R, and we'll put the formula of the sum of first 50 terms, sum of n terms of GP. So try to calculate. I think you can do it. So next question, question number 19. Three numbers are in increasing geometric progression. If three numbers are increasing geometric progression, then it means ki common ratio R, whatever it is going to be, it should be greater than 1. We already discussed R should be greater than 1, first thing. If the middle number is doubled, if the middle number, that is going to be first three terms in GP, AR square. If middle term is doubled, means twice AR double, then the new numbers are in AP. I think something like this we already done. And if they are in AP, numbers are in AP, the common difference is D, the fourth term of GP is 3R square, then R square minus D. I think we did the similar kind of question earlier. So again, if they are in the AP, we'll use the AP result and we'll find out the value of R. And when we'll find out the value of R, so I think the rest of question is going to be easy. Try to solve. Okay, try to solve. And if they are in what do you say, AP, so common difference D is going to be their difference. Common difference D is going to be their difference. Okay, let us move to the other question. If an arithmetic mean between 1 and 100 such that the ratio of the first mean to the last mean, so if we have inserted if an arithmetic mean has been inserted between A and 100, if an arithmetic mean A and 100 are two numbers and we have inserted an arithmetic mean, so first A1, A2 and dot 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 A1. Okay sir, what? So they will make an AP. Okay, then the ratio of the mean of the first mean to last mean, so it is saying ki A1, first mean A1 and the last mean, that is AN, and its ratio is 1 by 7, 1 by 7, and A plus N is given as 33, A plus N is given as 33. So if I can 7 times A1 means, if I assume common difference D, so it is going to be A plus D. Okay, and last AN means, I think AN is going to be 100 minus D. उसमें से घटा दिया, ठीक है, चलो सर इससे आई थिंक कि ए एंड डी में एक रिलेशन मिल जाएगा. तो ए क्या हो जाएगा, 7 टाइम्स ए प्लस 7D इक्वल्स टू 100 माइनस डी. तो यहाँ से एक रिलेशन आएगा 7A प्लस 8D that is going to equals to 100. Now what sir? Now what? And A plus N equals to then the value of N. So value of N will for value of N we'll try to find out value of A. So if I know कि this is, we have inserted n arithmetic mean, so this is going to be n plus 2th term or n plus 1th term. So 100 is going to be A plus n plus 1 into D. So from here value of D is going to be 100 minus A equals to n plus 1 times d, n plus 1 times d. So 100 minus a, I think we can put the value of d here, and we need to find out the value of a. So if I put value of d, it is going to be 100 minus 7a, and in place of a, we'll put n 33 minus n, and in place of d, we already have put it in place of d. So into n plus 1, and divide this side 100 minus a means 33 minus n. Okay, so this is going to be quadratic into terms of n. So if it will be quadratic in terms of n, so I think we can try to factorize and we'll find out the value of n. Okay, try to solve this question. चलो अगले क्वेश्चन पे. I think this we have solved something like this in the classroom. What we need to do in these kind of sequences is find out number of common terms. If someone asks to find out number of common terms, we'll first find out its common difference of that AP. So to find out common difference of AP, we'll find out its difference. So its difference is going to be D1, that is 3. And what about the difference of this common difference is going to be 4. And if first common difference is 3, so difference of second common difference is 4. So common difference of the common AP is going to be their LCM. Difference of the common AP is going to be their LCM. So LCM of 3 and 4, that is going to be 12. So common difference of the AP is going to be 12. So first we need to observe what is the first term, that is 9. So our common sequence is going to be first term 9, and next term 12 plus 9, that is going to be 12 plus 9, that is going to be 21, and something like this 33, and so on, it will go on. Okay, next sir, what? So we need to find out number of terms. If it is we talk about the 78th term, so 78th term is going to be 3 plus 77 into 3 of this AP. So 77 into 3, 3 7 are 21, 2, 3 7 are 21 plus 2, 23 plus 3. So I think it is going to be 234. Last term of the first AP is going to be 234, and similarly we'll find out this. So it is going to be 5 plus 59 means 58 into 5, 58 into 4, no sorry 4, 4 8s are 32, 3, and 4 5s are 20, 20 plus 3, 23. So 23 plus 237 and 34. So I think we will consider this 234. So we need to find out number of terms, the sum of terms of the common to both series. So first we will see which term will come. So number of term of this sequence is going to be last term, that is 234 minus 9 divided by common difference of the AP, that is going to be 12. And if this result come in fraction, we'll take it greatest integer, we'll consider its greatest integer. So 234 minus 9 is going to be 225 divided by 12 plus 1. So if I divide 225 by 12, so if I divide by 4, so 3, so it is going to be 43 7 ja 21, and 3 5 ja 75 by 4. So if I divide it by 4, so we'll get 4 1 ja 4, 34, 4 8 ja 36, 35, 4 9 ja 35, so 4 8 ja 32, and plus 1. So total I think number of terms is going to be 19, and if value of n we already find it out, then sum of 19 terms, whose first term is going to be 9, and common difference d we can easily find out by using the formula, by using the sum of n terms of AP. Let's move to another question. So I think the second question it is easy to prove. Sum of first n terms of an AP, and we'll just use the formula, and I think you will get the answer. Let's move to the other question. If Sn denote the number sum of the first n terms, अच्छा इसका working मैं बता देता हूँ. So in this case working is going to be again when you use 3n into 3 times sum of twice n. So n is going to be cancelled and we'll get a condition a in terms of d, and similarly we'll put in 4n 2n a in terms of d, and they will cancel and we'll get the result in terms of numbers. And no, I think it is easy. S10 one a and d are two variables, and s5 they are given, so we can find out the value of a and d, and we'll again use the sum of first n term of the sequence. ठीक है हमारे I think a class का question. If m arithmetic means and 3 geometric means are inserted between 300 to 243 such that the 4 arithmetic mean equals to second geometric mean, तो I think try कर लो, हो जाएगा, easy questions. The numbers of the term common to two APs. So like first question we solved, in the same way again we'll solve this question. We'll again solve this question. So that was all for today. So sequence and series done. In JEE means they don't ask that high level question, but still you should know sum of squares, sum of cubes, sum of natural numbers, and also AP and GP. Question nowadays I don't think the questions are coming from the AGP, or HP is already out of syllabus. So focus on AP, GP, and miscellaneous series. They are important. Also sometimes the question comes in the inequalities. Uh, so sequence and series overall, it is a fine chapter. If you remember the formula, if you know the working, if you have practiced some question, then everything is going to fine. No question is going to come in the examination which you can't solve. You should believe on that. So thank you so much.